Teams this midweek. Crystal Palace were beaten 3-2 by West Ham United. What a job David Moyes is doing. They're up to fourth in the table. We'll show you the table in just a couple of moments. Newcastle United beaten again. They look better going forwards, but that's now 2 points from the last 27 on offer for them. Southampton 1, Arsenal 3, as you've just seen, and West Brom 0, Manchester City 5. They're conceding goals for fun at home under Sam Allardyce, West Brom, and currently staring relegation in the face. As you can see, all those games still to come tomorrow, and Tottenham against Liverpool as well on Thursday. This is looks at the moment. Rio, feel free to look away now. Manchester City go back to the top, 1 point ahead of Manchester United, having played the same number of games. You can see Arsenal up to 8th in the Premier League table. There's West Ham, look, 4th, 35 points on the board. And we'll talk about West Ham and David Moyes before we come off air at 11:15 this evening. Southampton slip into the bottom half. They now sit 11th in the table. Leeds stay where they were in 12th. Bad night, though, for Newcastle United and also for West Brom. Both of them beaten. Right, this is what's coming your way, then. Over the not-too-distant future, tomorrow, Chelsea will play Wolves right here on BT Sport. Thomas Tuchel announced today on an 18-month contract, taking over from Frank Lampard. That one's from 5:30. Burnley also play Aston Villa, and then we've got Brighton up against Fulham for you. That's a crunch game, actually, for Fulham. Depending on whether they win or lose, they'll either be 2 points from safety or 8 points from safety. Manchester United against Sheffield United will give United another opportunity to go back to the top of the Premier League table. And then Everton against Leicester tomorrow from 8 o'clock. Here on BT Sport. That was a very good night for Arsenal.
Great night for Arsenal. I think the way that they played, I think the foundations of that performance was from the hard work, the press from high up the pitch. I think the instigator was Smith Rowe, who's been brought in, a young graduate from the academy. And that was the foundations that set everything up. And I think Arsenal, we've always spoke about how they play great football. They entertained us, scored some fabulous goals over the last few years. But that element, what we're talking about, the press from the front, to be able to really suffocate teams, has been where they've probably let themselves down at times. And today they got it right.
What did you make of your old side, Franny? Because there are so many reasons to be impressed by Southampton. But in terms of their recent run, that's 3 goals and 1 win in their last 7 games.
Yeah, I think you look at the way that we set up and the intensity that Ralph Hasenhüttl wants the team to play. Like you say, lack of goals is a little bit of a concern in those recent 7 games, only those three Premier League goals. But I think sort of injuries, suspensions, to sustain that level of intensity is asking a lot when you're looking at the substitutes bench, when you've got predominantly sort of teenagers and youngsters in their 20s or 21 years old at the most. So just maybe that lacking that depth of strength in the squad. But it's we've seen it at a lot of sides. Maybe just having that little blip, got to somehow recover to mount a challenge to get back up the table.
So tight, though, isn't it? You win a few games and you move up, 5th, 6th in the league, you lose a couple and you slip into the bottom half. Tell you what, let's go straight back to St Mary's and get some instant reaction. Here's Lindsay. Let's see who she's found.
Bakayo, congratulations. A great response to Saturday's defeat. How much better was the performance tonight?
Yeah, well played to that young man tonight. Saints have been mediocre at